Siberia, 1939. Snow covered the ground like a white shroud. No sun, no music, only the sound of the wind screaming through the silent windows. At the farthest point of the earth, a man named Sergei lay on a worn wooden plank in a cell with no name. His bones protruded, his face sunken, but his eyes weren't dead. Outside, they called him a traitor. Inside, he told himself, I just wanted to fly. Scene 1. The Iron Fist. He was taken away a year ago, without a trial, without a clear charge. The officer asked him that day, with a sarcastic smile, You want to launch people to the moon? Maybe we'll launch you to hell first. Since then, he'd become a number. No name, no dream, no address. Just a body piling stones by day and counting the cracks in the wall by night. In every crack, he saw an orbit. In every silence, he heard the whir of an unborn rocket. Scene 2. Notebooks in the head. He wasn't allowed paper or pen, so he turned his head into a notebook. He drew designs for multi-stage rockets in his memory. Every night before bed, he would say to himself, They won't steal my idea. Even death can't do that. He calculated angles, fuel, and mass with the precision of an engineer writing in the dark. He memorized them like a convict memorizes verses of salvation. Scene 3. A man eating snow. The second winter came, and the ice began to bite. One day, he fainted from hunger. When he woke up, he found one of the prisoners holding his hand and putting something in his mouth. Eat. You draw in the air in your sleep. You say, Orbit! Orbit! His name was Yevgeny, a simple carpenter, but he believed in that stranger who saw fuel in the ice and a path in the sky. Sergei told him one day, You know what? One day, our thoughts won't be chained. My name will be written, or not, it doesn't matter. But they'll know that I was here, drawing space from a cell. Scene 4. A call from the unknown. One night, the guards burst into the cell. Korolev! Get up! There's an order from Moscow. He thought it was the end. Would he be executed? Did the dream end at this wall? But they didn't kill him. They took him back to an underground facility. To a laboratory where the future was being created, where they needed someone who understood rockets. On the train, handcuffed, he looked up at the sky through a rusty window. The stars were twinkling. 1, 2, 3. He whispered to himself, Wait for me. I'm not dead yet. The final scene. Returned from the ice. His shackles weren't immediately removed, nor was he given a position. But he returned to work. With an exhausted body and a broken heart, but with a mind as sharp as a sword. The cell remained in his memory, not as hell, but as a womb from which the dream was reborn. And from there, from that darkness, he began the first line of the novel. Soviet space.